So, I want to talk about making an AI algorithm and stuff that smartly dubs stuff in a couple different ways in the future and how it might be beneficial and useful. The first thing I want to get to is an AI algorithm that dubs people talking, but also only dubs but also changes how the mouth moves so it matches the actual language you're dubbing in. And this could be useful in a couple different ways. One is it may be making it more expressive and stuff to certain speakers. But another reason why it might be better is for the hard of hearing or people that mainly read for lip reading or people with auditory processing disorder or something else. It might help them actually understand what's going on in the movie. It also just might make it feel more natural to some people. Speed up what can help make the whole experience more immersive. In the future, it might also help in animation stuff, make and make an animated job more easily so they can focus on other stuff. This is a very challenging thing though, because putting mouths are one of the most challenging features for AIs to do. And if you look at like any of the free artist things to like do AI art and stuff, the mouth is usually what's messed up along with the eyes. The eyes are even more extreme. The one way we could do this, and maybe is that it's not fully AI doing everything, that maybe you have to highlight certain mouth regions, and maybe you also put in values of like how much it can play and change with it. So like it can change it 100% to what it predicts, or just modify it slightly. So it's like so you make a comfortable medium. Another way you could do it is that you also record yourself talking, and then it sees your mouth moving while you're talking and stuff. Then it takes that movement of your mouth and actually puts it on the whole thing. So it has real world data of you in speech and stuff like that. And that can give it a better baseline of how everything's supposed to interact, especially if you act out well. And we can get to just in general. But actually, when we develop these algorithms better, we might make AI better in general, making mouths and stuff for other uses in art. Two, as a side effect, or understanding voice recognition, understanding voices, and maybe it will help AI also understand human speech by also lip reading, or who knows. So, yet another idea along the lines would be to have an ASL translator, I will call it, built into the AI. And what this would do is, very simply, it'll turn voice and stuff into ASL, American Sign Language, or any of the other sign language, British Sign Language, Australian Sign Language. There's a bunch of them. There's like a couple hundred of them at least. And maybe that'll also encourage people to learn more sign language or make that community or help that community in other ways. You might ask why not just subs? I think it'll be important for maybe the cultural reasons, or for teaching people sign language. The, and also, in some ways, sign language can be more expressive than just subs. So hand movements and stuff can show emotions and stuff and other movements. So that's that. Another one is that this whole software could be used if you have a smaller one for dubbing. You could use it to change the voices, tell people. Maybe we can make the voices more clear and stuff for certain people and less clear for other people, depending on how much auditory, how well they can process noise. Also, it's like the average folk might listen to one way, but a person with auditory processing disorder like me might listen to another different way to make the voices more clear. Or you might make the voices just more comfortable for your own ears in other ways. There is the talk about all these things I've been mentioning, whether they're good or bad, because you might say that it stops people from learning. I think that more exposure to more different things will make people more proud to learn new things, but there is an argument there. And also, I think maybe the attitudes need to work on. Another thing is that there are people out there that can't speak at all because of neurological reasons or neurotype, or that they're physiological reasons, or it's very hard for them to speak, or they can't speak at times because it might be that they are overwhelmed in some ways, emotions. It might be that just the environment around them is too noisy or something. It might be that not the environment. It might be that they have a physiological reason why they can't talk at times. And some of these people cannot make a lot of money because they can't record themselves while making videos and stuff. And that can really get in the way. So if there's a way they could type in stuff and it automatically makes a dub and stuff, this could open up the brands to a lot more people. It could also open up to people who make content in countries where the language they don't speak as well, but they know how to type it up more well. And typing can be easier to get someone to proofread than speaking, oftentimes. So there's that benefit right there. Another benefit is that if we start collecting a lot of data for these programs and stuff, we can get more data on how to improve these programs further if we send them back, and we can give feedback that way. So in the future, that might be a good idea. Also, for some websites that maybe hosting these services and stuff, they might be video websites or more. These video websites and stuff, it can be very hard paying for all these videos because videos take up a lot of space and streaming and stuff, holding these platforms. So making some of the more advanced features subscription based at the beginning might be a good idea so they can support themselves, and it gives them another form of revenue. Now, in the end, because of this ability and advocacy and stuff more, I want them not to be paid, but that's when the technology catches up and becomes cheap enough or gets enough support. So in the beginning, it might be paid. Another thing is it might lead to better filters in the future. And by that, I mean filters could be used for like Snapchat filters where you have like the mouth and stuff moving. And and the reason why some people use like Snapchat filters and stuff when talking online and stuff is because those filters can help conceal people's identity, and it can help you with the normally caught. It can help you with around certain legal laws, like in India, some people are not allowed to talk about rape or sexual assault, but also criminal trials in America if you hide someone's identity due to legal reasons, even if they don't want to be hidden. Or it can help you with certain sense of dysphorias and stuff like that. Or it can be just used for performance and artistic reasons and expressive reasons. So you have all that going on right there. Other things that I have kind of not mentioned that just came to my mind more recently is that it could also make robots that better identifying people or AI people, because they can also look at people more. It trains it more in a way to recognize faces and stuff like that and movements. Also might want to recognize voices better and particular mannerisms better to identify people, because people don't just identify people just by a blank still face. Now also all the blank still faces will help identify. And there's this weird thing about training AI where there's cross-feeding. Well, training it on one task can often help it learn to do other tasks that are not directly related as well, because it kind of learns how to learn and what to look at and how to filter data. And having an AI that does one AI that does more different tasks is actually more energy efficient and memory efficient and space efficient than two separate ones, because it reuses some of the same functions in ways. This is probably the reason why your brain is so much more efficient than computer chips. Even though we handle so much more data and do so much more complex tasks, we use so little energy compared to a wall outlet. It's just amazing if you look up the numbers. So we have all that going right there. Hopefully you found this interesting. If you have any ideas for future videos, comments or suggestions, questions or critiques, please leave them in the comment section below. Also, please recommend this channel to your friends or family or look at other videos on a whole wide range of subjects here. Again, thank you very much for listening. It really helps the channel out. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours in a year, which is really hard, but really help I think to do it. Again, thank you very much. Goodbye.